Let go of control, my dear, and let the universe begin to move what you cannot move alone. You have held so much in your mind. You have tried to plan every step, fix every delay, read every sign, and understand every silence. But right now, in this moment, you are being invited to stop carrying what was never meant to sit on your shoulders for so long. Let your shoulders drop. Soften your jaw. Place one hand over your heart. Take one slow breath and let your body hear this truth before your mind tries to argue with it. You do not have to force your good into being. You do not have to chase what is meant for you until your spirit feels tired. You do not have to keep holding every piece of life together with tense hands and a worried heart. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to stop. You are allowed to let life help you. For so long, you may have believed that if you stop pushing, everything will stop moving. You may have believed that if you stop checking, stop worrying, stop planning, stop trying to make every detail happen, then the thing you want will disappear. But that is not trust. That is fear wearing the mask of responsibility. And today, my dear, you are not here to feed fear. You are here to remember peace. Control can feel like protection at first. It says, hold tighter, think harder, watch every door, make sure nothing goes wrong. It sounds useful. It sounds wise. It sounds like it is trying to keep you safe. But after a while, control becomes heavy. It becomes like a thick coat you forgot you were wearing, a coat of old worry, a coat of pressure, a coat of fear, a coat of always needing to know. And your soul is tired of wearing it. You may not have noticed how heavy it became because you carried it day after day. You carried it while answering messages. You carried it while lying in bed at night. You carried it while smiling at others. You carried it while pretending you were fine. You carried it while waiting for something to change. But the universe is not asking you to carry your life like a burden. Life is not a punishment. Life is not a test you must pass through stress. Life is not asking you to prove your worth by how much you can handle without breaking. Life is asking you to return to the soft place inside you where trust still lives. Breathe. Right here. Let the coat slip from your shoulders. You do not need it now. The need to control often begins when you have been disappointed before. Maybe something did not happen when you hoped it would. Maybe someone did not show up the way you wanted. Maybe a door closed. Maybe a plan changed. Maybe you asked life for a sign, and for a while, all you heard was silence. So the mind decided, I must take charge of everything. I must watch everything. I must never relax again. But my dear, your mind was only trying to protect your heart. It did not know that peace could protect you too. It did not know that trust could be safe. It did not know that letting go does not mean losing what you love. It means releasing the fear wrapped around it. Letting go of control does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop choking the life out of the thing you care about. It means you stop gripping the desire so tightly that your own hands begin to hurt. It means you allow the universe to breathe around your dream. There is a great difference between choosing and forcing. Choosing comes from peace. Forcing comes from fear. Choosing says, "This is what my heart desires, and I am open to receive it in the right way." Forcing says, "It must happen this way, at this time, through this person, or I will not be safe." And today, we are gently moving from forcing back into choosing. You can still desire what you desire. You can still pray for it. You can still affirm it. You can still take steps toward it. But you no longer need to hold it with panic. You no longer need to treat the universe as if it has forgotten your address. You no longer need to shout at life with your worry. Your good does not need your fear in order to find you. Your good needs your openness, your peace, your trust, your willing heart. Say softly within yourself, "I release the need to control. I trust life to move for me. What is mine is already finding me." Let those words settle slowly. Do not rush them. Let them move through the body like warm light. Let them touch the tight places. Let them enter the part of you that still thinks it must do everything alone. You are not alone. You were never alone. Even in the seasons when nothing seemed to be happening, life was still breathing with you. Your heart was still beating without your command. Your body was still healing in quiet ways. The earth was still holding your feet. The sky was still opening each morning. The universe was still moving in ways your eyes could not see. Control says, "If I stop, everything will fall apart." Love says, "If you soften, life can finally enter." Listen to love. Control makes you believe that you are the only power in your life. It makes you believe that every blessing depends only on your effort, your timing, your plan, your ability to think of every possible outcome. But there is a greater power moving with you. There is a wisdom that can see farther than your eyes. There is a love that knows paths your mind has not imagined. You do not have to know every path. You do not have to open every door. You do not have to make every person understand you. You do not have to keep proving that you deserve what you desire. You are allowed to stop chasing. You are allowed to stop proving. You are allowed to stop begging life to love you. You are allowed to stop holding your breath while waiting for the next sign. You are allowed to stop checking whether your blessing is close every few minutes. Give yourself 30 seconds to stop fixing anything. Just 30 seconds. No solving, no planning, no reaching, no checking, only breathing. Feel your hands. Maybe they have been holding your phone too tightly. Maybe your fingers feel tense from typing, searching, waiting, hoping, refreshing, wondering. Let them loosen. Let the fingers soften. Let the palms open a little, even if only in your imagination. This is how surrender begins, not with a huge act, not with a perfect spiritual moment, not with a mind that never worries. Surrender begins with one small softening, one breath, one open hand, one honest moment where you say, I cannot carry this in the old way anymore. And that is not failure. That is wisdom. That is your soul telling the truth. There is one reason control feels so hard to release. It gives you the feeling that you are doing something. Even when control hurts you, even when it keeps you awake, even when it makes your chest tight, it still gives the mind a job. It lets the mind say, at least I am trying. But not all trying is helpful. Sometimes trying becomes noise. Sometimes trying becomes pressure. Sometimes trying becomes a closed door. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is become still enough for life to reach you. This does not mean you become passive. It does not mean you sit and do nothing forever. It means your actions stop coming from fear. It means you do what is yours to do, and you stop trying to do what belongs to the universe. Your work is to choose love. Your work is to speak kindly to yourself. Your work is to listen to the next honest step. Your work is to open your heart. The universe handles the timing, the meeting, the shift, the opening, the unseen movement, the quiet arrangement of things you could never force with your hands. You do not need to pull the sun into the sky. You allow morning to come. You do not need to command your heart to beat. You allow life to move through you. You do not need to chase every blessing until you are empty. You allow what is meant for you to meet the version of you who is ready to receive it. My dear, there is a softer way to live. There is a way where you still care, but you do not collapse into fear. There is a way where you still dream, but you do not punish yourself while waiting. There is a way where you still take action, but you do not act as if the whole universe depends on your anxiety. You can want something deeply and still trust life. You can pray for something clearly and still sleep at night. You can love something fully and still release your grip. This is the lesson. Not to stop loving, not to stop desiring, not to stop hoping, but to stop turning hope into pressure, to stop turning love into fear, to stop turning desire into a tight knot in the body. Enough. Breathe. Let go. Softly. The universe does not need you to suffer in order to prove that you are serious. It does not need you to lose your peace to show that you care. It does not need you to repeat the same worry again and again as if worry is a sacred prayer. Worry is not your prayer. Peace is your prayer. Trust is your prayer. Openness is your prayer. When you let go of control, you are not saying, I do not care what happens. You are saying, I trust that what is truly for me can come in a way that does not destroy my peace. That is a powerful shift. Say within yourself, I do not need to force my good. I am safe to release control. I allow life to support me now. Feel how different that is from chasing. Feel how the body responds when you speak from safety instead of panic. The chest may soften, the breath may deepen, the face may relax, the heart may feel a little less alone. Now listen closely, because this is where peace begins. Peace begins when you stop arguing with the present moment. It begins when you stop saying, this should not be happening this way. It begins when you take one honest look at life and say, this is what is here now, and I can meet it with love. That does not mean every situation is good. It does not mean every delay feels easy. It does not mean you pretend to like what hurts. It means you stop adding fear on top of what is already difficult. It means you stop making the moment heavier by fighting it in your mind. You can say, I do not understand this yet, but I am willing to trust that life is still with me. You can say, I do not see the answer yet, but I am willing to be guided. You can say, I do not know how this will work out, but I no longer choose to harm myself with constant worry. This is not giving up. This is coming home. This is putting down the heavy coat. You have carried the belief that everything depends on you for long enough. You have carried the fear that if you rest, you will miss your chance. You have carried the old story that struggle makes you worthy. You have carried the thought that love, money, healing, success, and peace must be earned through tension. But life does not love you more when you are tense. Life does not bless you more when you are afraid. Life does not hear you better when you are exhausted. You are heard in your softness too. You are loved in your rest too. You are worthy before you fix anything. Let the body know this. Feel the space between your eyebrows. Let it soften. Feel the mouth. Let the tongue relax. Feel the shoulders. Let them fall away from the ears. Feel the stomach. Let it loosen without shame. Feel the hands. Let them open. Before we go deeper, feel what your body is telling you. Your body may be saying, I am tired. Your body may be saying, I need peace. Your body may be saying, I cannot keep living as if fear is my guide. Listen with kindness. Do not judge the tension. Do not judge the old habit. Do not judge the part of you that wanted to control everything. That part of you was trying to survive. That part of you thought control was love. That part of you thought pressure was safety. But now you are learning a new way. You can thank that old part of you and still choose differently. You can say, thank you for trying to protect me, but I do not need to live this way anymore. Yes, that is healing. That is release. That is the beginning of trust. You are not here to force the universe to obey your fear. You are here to return to the truth that life can work with you when you stop fighting it. You are here to remember that your desire is not lost just because you release the tightness around it. You are here to learn that the universe can move through calmness, through faith, through open hands, through a heart that is willing to receive. Let go of control, not because your dream does not matter, but because it matters too much to be held in fear. Let go of control, not because you are weak, but because your peace is powerful. Let go of control, not because nothing is happening, but because more may be happening than you can see. And when the mind asks, "But what if it does not work out?" answer gently, "Then I will still be guided. I will still be loved. I will still be held." You do not need fear to protect your future. You need trust to enter it. You need peace to recognize the doors opening. You need softness to receive what your tight hands could not hold. I release the need to control. I trust life to move for me. What is mine is already finding me. Stay with that. Let it be simple. Let it be enough for now. Control closes the very space your blessing is trying to enter. That may feel strange to hear, because control often looks like effort. It looks like care. It looks like being responsible. It looks like making sure. It looks like trying your best. And sometimes, yes, life does ask you to take action. Life asks you to show up, speak honestly, make choices, and walk through the door when it opens. But control is different. Control is not peaceful action. Control is fear trying to manage every part of life before life has a chance to breathe. Control says, "I must know now." Trust says, "I can be guided step by step." Control says, "It must happen my way." Trust says, "It can come in the right way." Control says, "If I do not force it, I will lose it." Trust says, "What is truly mine can meet me without panic." When you control, the heart closes. The mind becomes loud. The breath becomes small. The body begins to act as if life is an enemy. And in that tight place, receiving becomes hard. Not because the universe is against you, but because your own energy is saying, "I am not safe enough to open." So today, we open gently. Not all at once, not with pressure, just gently. Imagine a room that has been closed for many days. The windows are shut, the curtains are drawn, the air feels still. Nothing fresh can enter because every opening has been covered. But outside, the light is there, the wind is there, the morning is there, the world is still offering itself. The room does not need to create the sunlight, it only needs to open. In the same way, your life does not need to create love from nothing. It does not need to create support from nothing. It does not need to beg the universe to become kind. Good already exists. Guidance already exists. New paths already exist. But when control closes every window, the heart cannot feel what is waiting outside. Open. Just a little. Let one window inside you move. Let one curtain lift. Let one breath enter. The universe does not force itself into a closed heart. It waits with love. It offers. It whispers. It sends small signs. It gives quiet ideas. It places new thoughts in the mind. It brings moments that feel too gentle to be accidents. But when the mind is busy controlling, it often misses the soft voice of guidance. The mind is looking for proof. The soul is feeling for peace. The next part is the one most people miss. Control does not always look like control. Sometimes it looks like checking one more time. Sometimes it looks like asking the same question again and again. Sometimes it looks like replaying a conversation until your body feels weak. Sometimes it looks like needing someone else to act in a certain way before you allow yourself to feel calm. But your peace cannot depend on every person, every message, every outcome, every detail, and every moment becoming perfect. That is too much weight to place on the outside world. Your peace must begin inside. Your peace must become the window you open first. Place your open palms on your lap. Let the fingers rest. Do not hold anything for a moment. Feel the simple shape of receiving. This is not begging. This is not reaching. This is allowing. Say softly, I open the window of my heart. Good can reach me now. I am safe to receive. There is no need to make these words dramatic. Speak them simply. Speak them as truth. Speak them as a door opening inside your own body. When you control, you close. When you trust, you open. When you open, life moves. When you soften, guidance can reach you. When you release, good can come closer. This is not about doing nothing. This is about doing from the right energy. The same action can carry fear or trust. You can send a message from panic, or you can send it from peace. You can make a plan from fear, or you can make it from clarity. You can take a step because you feel guided, or you can take a step because you are terrified of waiting. The outer action may look the same. The inner energy is completely different, and life responds to the energy underneath. If you act from fear, you often create more fear inside yourself. You may get temporary relief, but soon the mind needs another answer, another sign, another check, another plan. Fear is never fully satisfied. It always wants one more thing before it will let you rest. But trust is different. Trust can breathe before the answer arrives. Trust can be kind to the body while the path is forming. Trust can say, I do not know yet, and still I am safe. Trust can take one clear step without needing to control the whole road. My dear, this is freedom. You are not waiting for the outside world to give you permission to feel safe. You are giving safety to yourself now. Think of the times you have sat in the dim light of a screen, looking for a sign, reading something again, checking whether something changed, feeling that small ache of hope and fear mixed together. The face lit by the screen, the eyes tired, the heart asking, is it coming? Is it working? Am I forgotten? You were not wrong for wanting comfort. You were not wrong for wanting an answer. But the comfort you were searching for could not fully come from the screen. It had to come from the deeper place inside you that knows life has not left you. Pause. Breathe. Come back. You are here. Your good is not in danger because you stopped checking for one moment. Your future is not falling apart because you took one breath. Your blessing is not lost because you chose peace over panic. Control does not look like fear at first, but it is. It is fear that the universe will not come through, fear that the desire will not arrive, fear that you are behind, fear that someone else will receive what was meant for you, fear that time is running out, fear that if you are not tense, you are not doing enough. But let this truth enter gently. Fear is not the builder of your blessing. Fear cannot create the peace you want. Fear cannot guide you better than love. Fear cannot see the whole path. Fear only sees what could go wrong. Love sees what can open. Trust sees what can grow. Peace sees what is already being held. So when the fear rises and says, check again, push again, ask again, let trust answer, pause. The answer is already forming. Let your life be guided by the voice that brings you back to yourself, not the voice that pulls you out of your peace. One breath before you react. One breath before you chase. One breath before you decide that nothing is working. One breath before you send fear into a situation that may only need space. This one breath is a doorway. It gives your soul time to speak. It gives your body time to settle. It gives the universe room to move. Control often blocks the flow because it leaves no room for surprise. It tells life exactly how the blessing must arrive, exactly when it must arrive, exactly who must bring it, exactly what it must look like. But life is creative. The universe has more ways than your mind can count. A blessing may come through a path you did not plan. A delay may protect you. A closed door may turn your face toward a better one. A quiet season may be preparing the part of you that will hold the good when it comes. If you insist on only one path, you may miss the open road beside it. If you insist on only one form, you may miss the deeper gift. If you insist on only one time, you may turn waiting into suffering and you were not meant to suffer while your good is forming. You were meant to grow, soften, listen, and become ready. Open, pause, receive. Now, the flow of life is not harsh. It is not trying to throw you around. It is trying to move you toward what belongs to your growth. But when you stand in the middle of that flow and say, "No, it must happen exactly this way," you feel the pressure of resistance. You may think life is fighting you, but often it is your own grip that is creating the strain. Release the grip, and the same life begins to feel different. The same moment becomes softer. The same waiting becomes less painful. The same desire becomes easier to hold. You can still want it. You can still believe in it. You can still affirm it. But now you hold it like a prayer, not like a chain. My dear, let your desire breathe. Let the universe have space around it. Let life bring you the people, the timing, the answer, the idea, the healing, the opening in the way that is truly right. Sometimes the mind says, "But I know what is best." And yes, the mind knows what it has seen before. It knows your past. It knows your fears. It knows your old pain. It knows the plan it made from the information it has. But the universe is not limited to the information in your mind. There are things moving beyond what you know. There are connections you cannot see. There are answers not yet formed in your thoughts. There are doors that are not visible from where you stand. So why should your peace depend only on what your mind can understand today? Let the heart open to a wider truth. Say softly, "I do not need to know everything. I do not need to control everything. I am willing to be guided." Feel how the body responds when you stop demanding every answer at once. There may be a small release, a little space, a little breath, a little "be quiet." That little space matters. The universe can work with a little space. A miracle does not need a huge opening. It can begin through a crack in the wall, a small yes in the heart, a single moment where you choose trust instead of fear. When you control, you may think you are helping life, but often you are crowding the very place where life is trying to help you. You are filling the room with noise when guidance speaks in quiet ways. You are filling the hands with fear when blessings need open palms. You are filling the mind with what could go wrong when the soul is trying to show you what could go right. So clear the room, open the window, let fresh air enter. Let your heart become a place where good can land. This is how manifestation becomes peaceful. It is not about pushing the universe. It is about aligning with the good you say you want. If you want peace, become peaceful now. If you want love, speak to yourself with love now. If you want abundance, stop treating life as if there is never enough now. If you want support, stop telling yourself that you must do everything alone now. The energy you live in today becomes the message you send to life, and life listens, not with judgment, with reflection. It reflects the state you keep returning to. So return to openness, return to peace. Return to the simple truth that you are not here to wrestle blessings from the hands of life. You are here to become available to what love is already willing to give. Now we turn from the mind to the body because the body often tells the truth before the mind can say it clearly. The body shows you where control has been living. The body shows you where the windows are closed. The body shows you where you are ready to soften. Before we move on, take one slow breath. Feel the chest, feel the hands, feel the face. Say within, I open the window of my heart. Good can reach me now. I let life breathe through me. And as you speak those words, let there be no rush to understand everything. Let the mind step back from the window. Let the heart come closer to the light. Let the flow begin again in the quiet place inside you. Your body knows when you are trying to control life. It knows before you say a word. It knows before you explain the problem. It knows before you make another plan. The body keeps a quiet record of the pressure you carry. It tightens when the mind says, I must make this happen. It holds the breath when fear says, what if I lose this? It lifts the shoulders when old worry says, stay ready for disappointment. And my dear, your body has been waiting for you to listen, not to judge it, not to blame it, to listen. The body is like a house. Every feeling has a room. Every old fear has sat somewhere inside. Every worry has left its small mark. Control may be living in the jaw. Waiting may be living in the chest. Fear may be living in the stomach. Pressure may be living between the shoulders. The need to know may be living in the forehead. Today we are not fighting the house. We are opening the rooms gently, kindly, with love. Begin with the forehead. Notice if it is tight. You do not need to force it to relax. Just notice. Let the skin across the forehead become smooth. Let the space between the eyebrows soften. This is where so many thoughts gather. This is where the mind tries to solve 10 things at once. Let that place rest. Now, notice the eyes. Maybe they feel tired from looking for answers, from reading signs, from watching life too closely. Let the eyes soften in their sockets. You do not have to search so hard in this moment. You are allowed to receive. Notice the jaw. This is where many people hold unspoken fear. The words they did not say. The questions they keep repeating inside. The effort to stay strong. Let the jaw loosen. Let the teeth part slightly. Let the tongue rest softly in the mouth. Relax. Here, now, notice the throat. Maybe there is something you have wanted to say to life. Maybe a prayer, maybe a fear, maybe a simple, tired truth. I do not want to carry this anymore. Let the throat soften. You do not need perfect words. The universe understands the language of the heart. Notice the shoulders. Feel if they are lifted, even a little. This is where the body carries the message, I must hold everything. Let them drop. Let them fall away from the ears. Let them become heavy. Let the body learn that you do not need to hold up the whole sky. Your body has been praying for rest in its own quiet way. That ache between the shoulder blades, that tightness in the hands, that pressure in the chest, that tired feeling in the face. These are not enemies. They are messages. They are places inside you asking for kindness. Place one hand over your heart if that feels right. Place the other hand on your stomach. Feel the warmth of your own touch. Feel the body under your hands. This body has carried you through every day of your life. It has been with you in fear, in hope, in waiting, in disappointment, in new beginnings. It has stayed with you even when your mind was far away. Say softly to your body, my body is safe to relax. My heart is safe to open. My life is safe in divine care. Let the words land slowly. Do not push them into belief. Let them knock gently on the door of the body. Let the body answer in its own time. Control tells the body that danger is everywhere. It says, stay tight, stay ready. Do not rest yet. Do not trust yet. Do not breathe too deeply yet. And the body obeys because the body loves you. The body wants to protect you. It thinks tension is safety because you have practiced tension for so long. But tension is not the same as safety. Tension is only a signal that the body needs comfort. The old mind says, stay tense so you stay safe. The soul says, relaxing is not danger. Relaxing is trust. Let the you'll speak louder now. You do not have to relax perfectly. You do not have to become peaceful in one breath. You do not have to clear every fear from the body today. You are simply teaching the body something new. You are teaching it that it can soften and still be protected. It can rest and still be guided. It can open and still be safe. This is a new lesson. Be patient. Be gentle. The body learns through repetition. It learns through small moments. It learns when you stop before reacting. It learns when you breathe before chasing. It learns when you place your hand on your heart instead of attacking yourself with fear. It learns when you say, I am safe, even if only a small part of you believes it. 3 soft breaths before you decide what to do next. That is all. 3 soft breaths before sending the message. 3 soft breaths before checking again. 3 soft breaths before calling the delay a failure. 3 soft breaths before letting fear choose your next step. The first breath brings you back to the body. The second breath softens the mind. The third breath opens a little space for guidance. Notice, relax, here, safe. When you are clenching, life feels smaller than it really is. The mind sees only one answer, one path, one person, one timing, one door. But when the body relaxes, the inner world becomes wider. You may feel a new thought. You may remember a truth. You may sense that the situation is not as hopeless as fear made it seem. You may hear the quiet wisdom that was hidden under the noise. A relaxed body can receive guidance more easily. A tense body hears mostly fear. This is why body softening is not separate from manifestation. It is part of it. Your body is the place where receiving happens. Your body is the house where peace must live. Your body is the vessel that holds the blessing when it arrives. If the body believes it is not safe, it may push good away without knowing why. It may doubt the compliment. It may fear the opportunity. It may mistrust the open door. It may turn love into worry. It may turn waiting into panic. It may turn a good sign into a new reason to overthink. So we speak to the body with love. We tell it, you are safe to receive. We tell it, you do not have to protect me through tension. We tell it, life can be kind. We tell it, the universe can move without my fear. My dear, the body is listening. Even now, every word is entering somewhere. Every breath is teaching something. Every softening is a small prayer. There is a simple sign that you are starting to trust. You stop needing to rush your own breath. You begin to notice that you are here, not in the future, not in the old story, not in the imagined problem, but here. You begin to feel the surface beneath you. You begin to feel the air around you. You begin to feel the heart beating without your control. The heart beats, the lungs breathe, the body lives. Life is already moving through you without being forced. Let that teach you. You do not control the whole miracle of being alive. You participate in it. You allow it. You trust it most of the time without even thinking. You do not sit all night commanding your heart to beat. You do not order every cell to know what to do. There is already intelligence within you. There is already life loving you from the inside. And if life can do this, can it not also guide your path? Can it not also open the right door? Can it not also bring what belongs to you at the right time? Can it not also help you release what your hands are too tired to hold? Let this truth be simple. Life is already working in me. Life can also work for me. I do not need to control every breath to be alive. I do not need to control every outcome to be safe. Feel the weight of your body. Feel how it is supported. If you are sitting, the chair holds you. If you are lying down, the bed holds you. If you are standing, the ground holds you. You may not have thanked these simple supports, but they have been there, quietly, steadily, without asking you to earn them. Support is already here in small forms. Let yourself notice it. The body understands through feeling. So feel support now. Feel the surface beneath you. Feel the clothes touching your skin. Feel the air entering and leaving. Feel the warmth of your hands. Feel the small rise and fall of the chest. These ordinary feelings can bring you back from the storm of control. The mind may still want to run ahead. Let it. You do not need to fight the mind. Just return to the body again. Forehead soft, jaw soft, shoulders soft, chest open, hands loose, breath easy. Again and again, this is the practice. You are not failing because fear returns. You are healing because you return to peace. There is no shame in needing many breaths. There is no shame in needing to remind yourself often. There is no shame in being human. The old habit of control may have been practiced for years. It will not always disappear in one moment. But every time you choose softness, you weaken the old pattern. Every time you choose trust, you teach the body a new way. Every time you stop and breathe, you open another room in the house. The house becomes lighter, the windows open, the air changes, the heart remembers. Say softly, let the forehead soften, let the jaw soften, let the shoulders soften, let the heart soften, let the hands soften. Let my whole life soften into trust. Do not rush. Let each line be felt. Let each part of the body receive permission. The body does not need harsh orders. It needs loving invitations. When you speak to yourself with love, the body feels less alone. When the body feels less alone, it stops clenching so hard. When it stops clenching, energy begins to move. When energy moves, you feel more open. When you feel more open, receiving becomes natural again. This is the quiet path. Not force, not pressure, not panic. Softness. Trust, return. You may notice that as the body softens, emotions rise. This is natural. Sometimes control has been holding sadness in place. Sometimes control has been covering fear. Sometimes control has been keeping old grief locked in a room. When you soften, the room opens. Something may be felt. Let it be felt without fear. Tears are not failure. They are release. A deep sigh is not weakness. It is the body putting down weight. A wave of tiredness is not laziness. It is the truth of how long you have been carrying too much. Be kind with yourself. If the heart feels tender, place both hands over it. If the stomach feels tight, let the breath move there slowly. If the throat feels full, swallow gently and say, "I hear you." If the shoulders ache, let them drop again. You are not trying to become perfect. You are becoming present, and presence is where the universe can meet you. Control pulls you into the future. It says, "What if? What next? What then? What if not?" Presence brings you back to now. It says, "This breath, this body, this moment, this support." The universe does not need you to live 10 steps ahead. Guidance is easier to hear in the present moment. Peace is easier to feel in the present moment. Love is easier to receive in the present moment. So come back. This breath, this body, this moment, this support. My body is safe to relax. My heart is safe to open. My life is safe in divine care. Now that the body is softer, we can speak about timing. Because once you stop gripping so tightly, you begin to see that life has rhythms your fear did not understand. You begin to see that not every delay is a denial. Not every quiet season is empty. Not every closed door is against you. But before we go there, stay with the body a little longer. Feel the small ache between the shoulder blades if it is there. Do not push it away. Breathe around it. Imagine that place being warmed by kindness. It may be the place that has carried too many worries. It may be the place that has tried to hold life together. Let it know that help is allowed now. You can whisper, "I do not have to hold everything. I do not have to solve everything. I allow support to reach me." Let the house inside you become peaceful. Let each room receive light. Let the room of the mind become quiet. Let the room of the heart become warm. Let the room of the body become safe. Let the doors inside you open, not to fear, but to love. And when fear comes back later, as it may, you do not need to be upset. You can return to this practice. You can soften the jaw. You can drop the shoulders. You can open the hands. You can take 3 soft breaths. You can remind the body we are not living by control anymore. We are learning trust. That is enough. For now, that is enough. You are not behind because you are still learning. You are not weak because you need rest. You are not failing because the old pattern speaks. You are awakening because you can hear it and choose a softer voice. The body knows when you are clenching, and now the body is learning when you are free. Free does not always feel huge. Sometimes freedom feels like one relaxed breath, one quiet chest, one open hand, one moment where you do not chase. One moment where you let the universe hold what you have been holding. This is how the change begins. Small, gentle, real. You are safe to relax. You are safe to open. You are safe to let life move. Keep breathing, my dear, and let the body become a peaceful home for the good that is already on its way. Divine timing is not against you, my dear. It is not holding your good away from you. It is not punishing you for being human. It is not saying you are too late, too broken, too old, too slow, or too far behind. It is arranging what your worried mind cannot arrange. It is protecting what your tired heart cannot yet understand. It is preparing the place where your blessing can stay. Take one gentle breath and place one hand over your heart. Place the other hand over your lower belly. Let your body feel held from above and below, from the heart and from the deeper center of you. You do not need to rush this moment. You do not need to make the answer come faster by hurting yourself with worry. You are here. You are breathing. Life is still moving. Sometimes, when something does not happen when we want it to happen, the mind calls it failure. The mind says, it is too late. The mind says, I missed it. The mind says, nothing is working. The mind says, the universe has forgotten me. But the mind often judges too soon. The mind sees the empty soil and says, nothing is growing, while under the surface, roots are quietly forming. Think of a seed in the earth. From the outside, it looks still. Nothing seems to happen for a while. There is only dark soil, silence, and waiting. But inside that silence, life is working. The seed is opening in hidden ways. Roots are going down before the stem rises up. Strength is forming before beauty appears. This is how many blessings come. Hidden first, quiet first, unseen first. You may be in a root season right now. You may be in a time where you cannot yet see the flower. You may be looking at your life and asking, where is the sign? Where is the answer? Where is the change? But just because you cannot see the movement does not mean nothing is moving. Maybe the delay is protecting you. Maybe the delay is preparing you. Maybe the delay is blessing you. Maybe the delay is making room for something better than the thing you were trying to force. Let that enter gently. Do not force yourself to believe it all at once. Just open a small space inside and let the thought sit there like a warm light. What if this timing is not your enemy? What if the silence is not empty? What if the waiting is not wasted? What if the universe is not late, but careful? So much pain comes from believing that life must follow the schedule in our minds. We decide that something should happen by a certain day, in a certain month, at a certain age through a certain person in a certain form. And when it does not happen that way, we feel abandoned. We think life has gone wrong. But life is often wiser than the plan we made from fear. A plan made from fear says, I need this now so I can feel safe. A plan made from trust says, I welcome this in the right way at the right time for my highest good. There is a difference. Fear wants speed. Trust wants truth. Fear wants proof. Trust wants alignment. Fear says, it should have happened by now. Wisdom says, it is becoming ready for you. Listen to wisdom. There are blessings that would have been too heavy for the old version of you. There are doors that would have opened too soon and confused you. There are relationships that would not have met the healed part of you yet. There are chances that needed you to grow in self-worth before you could receive them without fear. That does not mean you were not worthy before. You have always been worthy. But sometimes life waits until your hands are steady enough to hold the thing you asked for with peace. You may ask for love, but life may first teach you not to abandon yourself. You may ask for money, but life may first teach you that you are safe to receive. You may ask for a new beginning, but life may first help you release the old pain that would follow you into it. You may ask for peace, but life may first show you the habits that keep disturbing your own heart. This is not punishment. This is preparation. Wait, trust, growing, soon. Hold those words softly, not as pressure, not as a demand, as a quiet reminder that there is a season for roots and a season for flowers. My dear, what looks late may actually be loving. A closed door may be love. A delay may be love. A change of plan may be love. A quiet season may be love. A redirection may be love. Even the thing that did not happen may one day be seen as a strange kind of mercy. You do not have to understand it today. You only have to stop using the delay as proof that life is against you. Your waiting is not proof that you are forgotten. Your waiting is not proof that you are unworthy. Your waiting is not proof that nothing is coming. Your waiting may be the sacred space where your life is being rearranged. Breathe into that. Maybe there is a cup near you, or maybe you remember the feeling of holding one. The warmth in your hands, the steam rising, the quiet comfort of something simple. Maybe there have been days when worry made you forget to drink it. The cup went cold because your mind was busy trying to solve the future. That is what control does. It pulls you away from the small good already in your hands because it is afraid of the good not yet visible. Come back to what is here. Come back to the breath. Come back to the body. come back to the small warmth life is already offering. When you live only in the future, waiting feels like suffering. But when you come back to this moment, waiting becomes softer. You begin to see that life has not stopped. The breath is here, the body is here, the ground is here. A small kindness may be here, a little light may be here. A quiet answer may already be rising. You do not need to call something a failure after one hard day. You do not need to call something lost because it has not appeared yet. You do not need to decide that your prayer was unheard because the answer did not arrive in the exact shape you imagined. Wait 90 seconds before calling something a failure. Just 90 seconds. Enough time to breathe, enough time to soften, enough time to let fear move through instead of making fear your truth. In those 90 seconds, place a hand over your heart and say, I trust the timing of my life. Nothing meant for me can miss me. My good knows how to reach me. Let these words become a soft place inside you, a place where you can rest when the mind wants to run, a place where you can return when impatience begins to burn in the chest. Divine timing does not always feel comfortable. Sometimes it asks you to sit with uncertainty. Sometimes it asks you to grow patience in places where you wanted a quick answer. Sometimes it asks you to release the need to know why. Sometimes it asks you to trust a process you cannot see. But discomfort is not always danger. Waiting is not always loss. Silence is not always absence. The hidden part of the blessing matters most. Roots matter before flowers. Foundations matter before houses. Inner safety matters before outer change. Self-love matters before lasting love. Peace matters before receiving. Your energy matters before the manifestation lands. If something came while you were still living in panic, you might not even be able to enjoy it. You might question it, fear losing it, push it away, or hold it so tightly that it could not breathe. So life, in its kindness, may be teaching you to become calmer before it places more in your hands. This is why letting go of control is so powerful. When you let go of control, divine timing can do what pressure cannot. Pressure tries to force one door. Divine timing can open a door you never saw. Pressure says, now, now, now. Divine timing says, right, true, lasting. Pressure exhausts the body. Divine timing teaches the heart to trust. The universe is not rushed by your fear, and it is not confused by your desire. It knows what you have asked for. It knows what you are becoming. It knows the way. Your role is not to dig up the seed every day to see if it is growing. Your role is to water the soil with trust. Your role is to speak kindly to yourself while the roots form. Your role is to keep your heart open enough to recognize the flower when it appears. If you keep digging up the seed, you disturb the growth. If you keep questioning the soil, you miss the quiet work happening beneath it. If you keep saying, "Nothing is happening," you close your eyes to the slow miracle taking place. Let the seed grow. Let the roots deepen. Let the answer form. Let life have time. This does not mean you stop living while you wait. It means you stop making waiting the center of your whole life. You still breathe. You still eat. You still rest. You still love. You still care for your body. You still speak to yourself with kindness. You still notice beauty. You still become the person who can receive what is coming. Waiting is not a room where you are locked. Waiting is a garden where something is growing. Tend to yourself there. Speak softly there. Do not poison the soil with the same fear every morning. Plant something kinder. Plant, "I am guided." Plant, "My life is unfolding." Plant, "I am safe in the space between asking and receiving." Plant, "Good is still possible." Plant, "The universe knows how to bless me." My dear, the heart becomes tired when it keeps asking, "When?" all day long. When will it happen? When will they call? When will the money come? When will I feel better? When will the answer arrive? When will life change? These questions are human. They are not wrong. But if you live inside them all the time, your body begins to feel like a locked room. Try a softer question. Ask, "What can I love today?" Ask, "How can I care for myself in this season?" Ask, "What is life teaching me while I wait?" Ask, "Where is support already present?" Ask, "What small step feels peaceful?" These questions open the heart. They return power to the present moment. They remind you that you are not helpless while timing unfolds. You are growing. You are listening. You are becoming ready. Trust. Growing soon. Now we move from waiting to receiving, because divine timing does not only ask you to be patient, it asks you to become open. It asks you to stop closing the door with doubt when the blessing begins to arrive. It asks you to release the belief that good must be difficult or painful to be real. Before we go there, let this settle deeply. You are not late. Your life has not missed its chance. The universe is not finished with you. There is still good ahead. There is still love ahead. There is still healing ahead. There is still a path ahead. Say it slowly. I trust the timing of my life. Nothing meant for me can miss me. I am growing into the good that is growing toward me. And for this moment, let that be enough. Let the soil be enough. Let the roots be enough. Let the quiet work be enough. The flower knows when to open. And so does your life. Open your hands, my dear, even if only a little. Let the fingers loosen. Let the palms turn upward. Let the body feel the shape of receiving. You do not have to reach. You do not have to pay. You do not have to grab. Just let the hands rest open as if life is allowed to place something kind there. This simple gesture teaches the heart. Closed fists speak the language of fear. They say, I must hold on. I must not lose. I must protect myself. I must keep control. Open hands speak another language. They say, I am willing. I am safe. I can receive. I can let life surprise me. Feel the difference. A closed fist takes effort. An open hand can rest. A closed fist can hold only what it already has. An open hand can receive what is coming. This is the lesson of receiving. Many people think manifestation means chasing something until it finally gives in. But true receiving is not chasing. True receiving is becoming open enough for good to arrive without being pushed away by fear. The universe may be offering more than you think, but sometimes the heart has been trained to refuse. A kind word comes and you say, no, it is nothing. Help comes and you say, I do not want to bother anyone. An opportunity comes and you say, I am not ready. Love comes and you say, what if it leaves? Money comes and you feel guilty. Rest comes and you feel lazy. Ease comes and you feel suspicious. This is how closed fists can hide inside the heart. You may say you want to receive, but part of you may still believe that good is unsafe, that ease is not allowed, that blessings must be earned through struggle, that love always comes with pain, that money comes and goes too quickly, that help means weakness, that peace cannot last. Today, we do not judge these beliefs. We loosen them gently, one finger at a time. You are not wrong for having learned to protect yourself. You are not wrong for being careful. You are not wrong for needing time to trust. But you do not have to spend the rest of your life proving that you can survive with closed hands. You are allowed to learn the art of receiving. Place your palms upward and let them rest on soft fabric, on your lap, on the bed, or simply imagine them opening. Notice the feeling. Maybe the hands feel exposed. Maybe they feel peaceful. Maybe the body is not used to this shape. That is all right. Receiving may feel strange when struggle has been normal. For a long time, you may have believed that hard work is the only doorway to good. You may have believed that if something comes easily, it will not stay. You may have believed that you must earn love by overgiving, earn rest by becoming exhausted, earn support by proving how much pain you can carry. But my dear, your worth was never created by struggle. You do not have to earn love by suffering. You do not have to earn peace by breaking down first. You do not have to earn good by staying tense. You are worthy now, not after you fix everything, not after you become perfect, not after you understand the whole path. Now, this breath, this body, this moment, You are worthy to receive this if good. Say softly, I am open to receive my good. I do not have to earn love by struggle. I am allowed to receive with peace. Let those words move through the hands. Let them move through the heart. Let them reach the place in you that has been afraid to accept anything too good. There is a hidden reason people block blessings. Sometimes receiving feels unsafe because it asks you to believe something new about yourself. It asks you to believe that you are no longer only the one who gives. You are also the one who can be given to. You are no longer only the one who holds others. You are also the one who can be held. You are no longer only the one who works hard. You are also the one who can be supported. This can feel tender because receiving asks the heart to open in a place where it may have been closed for years. Lack says, good things happen for others, not me. Abundance says, good is allowed to come to me too. Let abundance speak. Let it speak simply. Let it speak softly. Let it speak until the body begins to believe it. I am open to help. I am open to love. I am open to money. I am open to ease. I am open to healing. I am open to the good that life wants to give me. Do not rush these lines. Each one opens a different room inside. Help may touch the part of you that has carried too much alone. Love may touch the part of you that feared rejection. Money may touch the part of you that learned worry early. Ease may touch the part of you that thought rest was wrong. Healing may touch the part of you that has been waiting to feel whole. Open, allowed, receive. Yes, sometimes people fear that opening their hands means losing what they already have. But open hands do not mean careless hands. They mean trusting hands. They can hold what is present without fear. They can release what is leaving without panic. They can receive what is coming without suspicion. A closed fist cannot feel the beauty of what it holds. It is too busy gripping. It cannot feel texture, warmth, softness, or support. It only feels pressure. In the same way, when you grip life too tightly, you may not even enjoy the good already here. You may have love and still fear losing it. You may have money and still feel poor. You may have time and still feel rushed. You may have support and still feel alone. Control can block the joy of the blessing even after the blessing arrives. That is why receiving is not only about getting something. Receiving is about letting the good enter your body, your heart, your mind, your sense of self. It is letting the compliment land. It is letting the help be accepted. It is letting the peaceful moment be enjoyed without searching for the next problem. It is letting money be held with thanks instead of fear. It is letting love be felt without preparing for pain. It is letting the universe be kind without asking, what will go wrong now? Say one soft yes today, just one. Say yes to rest. Say yes to help. A yes to a compliment. Say yes to a peaceful breath. Say yes to believing that life can be kinder than your past. One soft yes can begin to change the pattern. You do not have to open every door at once. You do not have to receive everything perfectly. You only need one honest moment where you do not push the good away. If someone offers kindness, breathe and say, "Thank you." If life gives you a moment of calm, do not fill it with worry. Say, "I receive this peace." If an opportunity appears, do not shrink right away. Say, "I am willing to consider this." If money comes, even a small amount, bless it. Say, "I welcome good into my life." If love appears in any form, let it touch you. A message, a smile, a quiet support, a gentle word. Let it count. Let it matter. The heart learns to receive through small moments. A cup is filled drop by drop, and you, my dear, are a cup being made ready for more. Think of yourself as a vessel, not a broken vessel, not an empty one without worth. A sacred vessel, a vessel that has perhaps been filled with old fear, old shame, old stories, old pressure. When a vessel is full of fear, there is little room for peace. When it is full of self-criticism, there is little room for love. When it is full of "I must control everything," there is little room for surprise. So we empty gently. We pour out the thought, "I am not enough." We pour out the thought, "Good cannot last." We pour out the thought, "I must struggle to deserve." We pour out the thought, "It is not safe to receive." And as the vessel clears, life can pour in something new. Peace, trust, love, support, abundance, ease. This is not a one-time act. It is a daily practice. Every day, the old thoughts may return. Every day, you can pour them out again, not with anger, not with shame, with patience. I see you, old thought, but I do not need to fill myself with you today. That is power. That is self-love. That is receiving. My dear, receiving may be one of the deepest forms of trust. It says, "I believe life has something good for me." It says, "I believe I am allowed to be supported." It says, "I believe I do not have to make everything happen through force." It says, "I believe the universe can meet me in ways I did not plan." And when you believe even a little, the heart opens a little. When the heart opens a little, life can enter a little. When life enters a little, faith grows a little. And little by little, receiving becomes natural again. Let your hands stay open for a few more breaths. Feel the space in the palms. Feel the softness of the fingers. Feel the quiet message this shape sends to your whole being. I am not grabbing. I am not chasing. I am not fighting. I am receiving. Now we come to the quiet work of the universe, because once your hands are open, you can begin to trust that life is doing more than your eyes can see. The good you desire may not arrive through pressure. It may come through rest. It may come through a sudden idea. It may come through a person you did not expect. It may come through a door you did not know existed. This is why open hands matter. They are ready for more than one path. Closed fists can only hold the old plan. Open hands can receive the divine plan. Say softly, I am open to receive my good. I do not have to earn love by struggle. I allow the universe to bless me in the right way. And if part of you still feels afraid, love that part too. Do not force it open. Sit beside it. Speak kindly to it. Tell it that receiving does not mean danger. Tell it that ease does not mean loss. Tell it that good can come gently and stay peacefully. You are learning to receive without fear. You are learning to allow without guilt. You are learning to open without losing yourself. Yes, open, allowed, receive. The universe works while you rest, my dear. Your eyes do not have to watch every detail for life to move. Your hands do not have to touch every piece for the right things to arrange themselves. Your mind does not have to stay awake all night solving every possible problem before morning can come. Rest is not the opposite of manifestation. Rest can be part of manifestation. Lean back for a moment if you can. Let your spine feel supported. Let the body know it does not have to hold itself so stiffly. Feel the quiet sound in the room. Maybe there is a soft hum somewhere. Maybe there is stillness. Maybe there is only your breath. Let that quiet be enough. You do not need to fill every quiet moment with worry. You do not need to prove your faith by staying tense. You do not need to stand guard over your desire day and night. There is a kind of trust that begins only when you rest. The mind often believes that if it cannot see movement, nothing is happening. But so much of life happens behind the curtain. Before a flower opens, the roots grow in darkness. Before a door opens, someone may be moved to speak your name. Before the answer comes, a new thought may be forming. Before the path appears, life may be clearing what would have blocked it. Imagine a theater before the curtain rises. From where you sit, the stage may look hidden. You cannot see the hands preparing the scene. You cannot see the lights being adjusted. You cannot see the small details being placed. You may think nothing is happening because the curtain is closed, but behind it there is movement. Life can be like that. Behind the scenes, life is moving. Behind the scenes, help is forming. Behind the scenes, doors are shifting. Behind the scenes, timing is aligning. Behind the scenes, your good is being prepared in ways your mind does not need to manage. This is why rest matters. Rest is the moment you stop trying to run behind the curtain and control every part of the scene. Rest says, I trust that life knows what to do where I cannot see. Rest says, I have done what is mine for today. Rest says, I allow the unseen to be active without my fear. The unseen part is not empty. It is full of quiet movement. It is full of small arrangements. It is full of grace. When you are asleep, the body heals. When you are not thinking about your heartbeat, it still beats. When you are not watching the sky, the earth still turns. When you are not checking the seed, it still grows. Life does not require your constant attention in order to keep loving you. So why should your dream need fear to stay alive? Why should your prayer need panic to be heard? Why should your blessing need your tired mind to guide every step? The universe is working for my good. I can rest while life arranges the way. I am held even when I cannot see the whole path. Let those words be simple. Let them be a chair for your heart. Sit inside them. Rest there. Control says, if I cannot see it, nothing is happening. Faith says, the unseen is still active. Let faith answer today. Let faith remind you that what is hidden is not always absent. Let faith remind you that a quiet phone does not mean a quiet universe. Let faith remind you that no visible change today does not mean no movement at all. Let faith remind you that your work is not to keep pulling on the curtain. Your work is to trust that when the time is right, what needs to be shown will be shown. Rest, unseen, held, working. This is where faith becomes practice, not when everything is clear, not when the blessing is already in your hands, not when the answer is obvious. Faith becomes practice when the curtain is still down and you choose not to panic. Faith becomes practice when the path is not fully visible and you choose one peaceful breath. Faith becomes practice when the mind wants to control, but the body chooses to soften. You are not being asked to do nothing with your life. You are being asked to stop doing fear's work. Fear's work is endless. It checks, it worries, it imagines loss, it repeats the past. It tries to manage other people's choices. It makes you feel responsible for things that belong to life, timing, and the free will of others. Fear's work can fill every hour and still bring no peace. Love's work is different. Love's work is gentle. Love's work says, care for yourself. Love's work says, speak truth. Love's work says, take the next honest step. Love's work says, rest when the body is tired. Love's work says, trust what you cannot control. Love's work says, let the universe do the part that is not yours. That is the great release. To know what is yours and what is not yours. It is yours to choose your thoughts with kindness. It is yours to listen to your body. It is yours to take guided action. It is yours to speak with love. It is yours to say yes when your heart knows yes. It is yours to say no when your soul needs no. But it is not yours to force timing. It is not yours to control every person. It is not yours to see every hidden path. It is not yours to carry the whole future in your chest. Rest for 3 minutes without solving anything. 3 minutes. Let the mind complain if it wants to. Let the body breathe anyway. For 3 minutes, do not fix the desire. Do not check the outcome. Do not plan the next 10 steps. Do not argue with life. Just let yourself be supported. You may be surprised by how hard this feels at first. That is not because rest is wrong. It is because the habit of control has been strong. The mind may think rest means danger. It may say, "Get up, do something, think about it again." But you can answer softly, "Not right now. Right now, I am practicing trust." This is a sacred practice. Simple, but sacred. The universe does not need your exhaustion as payment. It does not need your sleeplessness as proof. It does not need your fear as fuel. The universe can move through peace. The universe can move while you rest. The universe can move when your hands are open and your heart is quiet. My dear, before we continue, there is one gentle thing I want to ask of you. If this message is helping your heart soften, you may write below, "I am ready to trust." Let it be your small promise to yourself, not for anyone else, not to perform faith, simply to mark this moment where you choose a softer way. I am ready to trust. Let those words be a doorway, a quiet one, a true one. Now return to the breath. Let the spine be supported again. Let the back of the body rest into what is holding it. Notice how much of life already supports you without asking for control. The chair, the bed, the floor, the air, the breath, the steady rhythm of this moment. Support is not always loud. Sometimes support is quiet and constant. Sometimes support is the thing you stopped noticing because fear wanted something bigger. But when you notice quiet support, your heart begins to trust again. And when your heart trusts again, you stop trying to manage the whole stage. You allow the curtain to stay closed until the scene is ready. You allow life to prepare what belongs to you. You allow the answer to form without pulling at it. You allow the universe to manifest it for you in a way that carries peace, not pressure. Think about all the times something worked out in a way you did not plan. A message came at the right time. A door opened after you stopped pushing it. A problem solved itself after you rested. A new idea came while walking, bathing, driving, or sitting quietly. This is not laziness. This is life showing you that answers often come through space. Space is not empty. Space is creative. Space is where guidance can enter. When the mind is too crowded, it cannot hear the soft answer. When the heart is too tight, it cannot receive the gentle blessing. When the body is too tired, it cannot feel the next right step. Rest clears the inner room. That does not mean you rest forever and never act. It means you act from a rested place when you can. It means you let your action come from clarity instead of panic. It means you do not use movement to run away from fear. You let fear be seen, soothed, and softened. Then you move when the step is honest. This is how the universe and your life work together. You are not meant to be a puppet. You are not meant to be a machine. You are not meant to be a tired person trying to earn miracles by breaking yourself. You are meant to be a partner with life. You listen, you choose, you open, you act, you rest, you receive. It is a rhythm, not a fight. Behind the scenes, life is moving. Behind the scenes, help is forming. Behind the scenes, doors are shifting. Behind the scenes, timing is aligning. Behind the scenes, your good is being prepared. Let this become your comfort when nothing appears to be changing. Instead of saying nothing is happening, say something may be forming. Instead of saying I have been forgotten, say life is arranging what I cannot see. Instead of saying I must force this, say I can take the next right step and rest the rest in love. That one change in language can change the whole feeling in the body. Words are seeds. Words are doors. Words are instructions to the heart. Speak words that help you open. Speak words that help you rest. Speak words that remind you that the universe is not waiting for you to collapse before it helps you. You are allowed to be helped now. You are allowed to be guided now. You are allowed to rest now. If the desire is heavy in your heart, place it gently in the hands of life for a moment. You can imagine it as a small light. Hold it with love, not fear. Then set it down on the inner altar of trust. You are not throwing it away. You are not saying it does not matter. You are saying, this matters so much that I refuse to hold it with panic anymore. That is surrender, not rejection, not defeat. A sacred handover. Say softly, the universe is working for my good. I can rest while life arranges the way. I trust the unseen movement of love. Let your body hear this. Let the back soften. Let the belly loosen. Let the eyes rest. Let the heart stop standing guard for a moment. The curtain will rise when it is time. The scene will be shown when it is ready. The next step will appear when you need it. Until then, do not waste your spirit fighting the hidden work of life. Do not call the unseen empty. Do not call rest useless. Do not call peace weakness. Peace is powerful. Rest is wise. Trust is active in quiet ways. And the universe knows how to work in quiet ways too. So breathe, my dear. Let this moment hold you. Let the quiet room around you become a reminder that not every blessing arrives with noise. Some blessings form in silence. Some answers grow in stillness. Some miracles begin the moment you stop trying to force the curtain open and finally allow yourself to sit, breathe, and trust. Release the how, my dear, release he when. Release the need to know every step before you take the first one. Your heart can desire something deeply without needing to control the road it takes to reach you. Your soul can know what it wants without demanding that life explain every detail today. You can hold a beautiful vision and still let the universe choose the best path, the best timing, the best doorway, and the best way for it to arrive. This is where peace begins to grow in a new way. Feel both feet resting on the floor, or if you are lying down, feel the weight of your body being held. Feel the pressure of your heels, your legs, your back, or your hands touching what supports you. Let that simple contact remind you that support is already here. You are not floating alone in life. Something is holding you right now. You do not need to know the whole road. You do not need to see the whole bridge. You do not need to climb the whole staircase in one breath. You only need the next step. The mind often says, "Show me everything, and then I will trust." But the soul says, "Trust, and the next step will be shown." This does not mean you walk blindly into confusion. It means you stop demanding the full map from a place of fear. You stop needing every answer before you allow yourself to feel safe. A bridge is crossed one step at a time. A path is walked one step at a time. A staircase is climbed one step at a time. If you stand at the bottom and demand to feel the top step under your feet before you move, you will never begin. But when you place one foot on the first step, the next step becomes available. The mind wants the full map, but the soul only needs the next step. So ask yourself gently, not with pressure, not with panic, but with honesty. What is the next peaceful step? Not the next fearful step, not the next desperate step, not the next step that tries to make someone else change, not the next step that comes from a tight chest and tired eyes. The next peaceful step. It may be to rest. It may be to send one clear message. It may be to stop sending messages for now. It may be to clean one small corner of your space. It may be to drink water. It may be to write down what you want. It may be to stop asking the same question and let the answer form. It may be to forgive yourself for not knowing. Guidance is often simple. Fear makes things noisy. The universe does not always shout. Sometimes it speaks through a small feeling of ease, a quiet thought, a gentle pull, a calm yes, a calm no, a sense that your body can breathe when you imagine one choice and tightens when you imagine another. You are learning to listen in a softer way. Fear says, "Tell me exactly how it will happen." Soul says, take the next step. The next step will appear. Let the soul lead. Say softly, I release the how. I release the wage. I trust the way to appear. Let those words create space inside you. You do not have to throw away your desire. You are only releasing the hard grip around the method. You are saying, I know what I want, but I do not need to limit the universe to my small plan. That is important, my dear. Sometimes the mind's plan is too small for the blessing. The mind may choose the one door it can see, while life is preparing another door that leads to something wider, kinder, and more true. The mind may say, it must come through this person. Life may say, there is a healthier way. The mind may say, it must come this month. Life may say, let it come when it can stay. The mind may say, it must look like this. Life may say, let me surprise you. There is peace in not needing to know everything. There is peace in allowing the universe to be more creative than your fear. There is peace in saying, I am willing to receive this in the way that is right for me. Let go of control and watch the universe manifest it for you in ways your mind could not plan. Not always loudly, not always quickly, not always in the shape you expected, but often in the shape your soul needed. One step, enough. Forward. Trust. These small words can carry you when the mind becomes too busy. Come back to them when you start to overthink. One step, enough. Forward. Trust. They are not hard words. They do not ask you to understand the whole future. They ask you to return to now. Take one step today, then leave the rest. That is your small commitment. One step with peace, one step with honesty, one step with love. Then leave the rest. The old way says, take one step and then panic about the next 10. The new way says, take one step and trust that life will meet me again. The old way says, if I cannot see the whole staircase, I am unsafe. The new way says, I can be safe on this step. This is how you build trust with life. Not by forcing yourself to believe everything at once, but by practicing one peaceful step at a time. Each step becomes proof that you are guided. Each breath becomes proof that you are held. Each moment of release becomes proof that you can live without gripping so tightly. The how is not your burden. The when is not your burden. Your burden was never meant to be the whole plan. Your part is to become clear about the feeling, the truth, the desire, the inner yes. Your part is to speak kindly to yourself while life moves. Your part is to notice the door when it opens. Your part is to stop closing every new path because it does not match the old picture in your head. Sometimes people ask the universe for change, then reject the change because it arrives in a new form. They ask for love, then hide when love feels unfamiliar. They ask for abundance, then feel guilt when money comes. They ask for peace, then keep returning to the same thoughts that disturb them. They ask for guidance, then ignore the quiet answer back, as it was not dramatic enough. So today, open to simple guidance. Open to quiet guidance. Open to guidance that feels like peace, not pressure. The universe does not need to frighten you into your blessing. It can guide you gently. It can show you one next step. It can move something through a conversation, an idea, a sudden calm, a small opening, a change in desire, or a door you did not expect. When you release the how and when, you become available to more. You stop making your old fear the manager of your future. You stop saying, only this way. You begin saying, this or something better, in the right way, at the right time. Feel the difference in the body. One sentence is tight, the other is open. One is control, the other is trust. Say softly, this or something better, in the right way, at the right time, for my highest good. Let those words sit in your heart like steady light. Let them loosen the old need to decide every detail. Let them remind you that your mind is not being asked to do the work of the whole universe. My dear, your dream may be sacred, but your fear is not the one who should lead it. Fear will rush it. Fear will shrink it. Fear will demand proof every day. Fear will compare your path to someone else's. Fear will turn waiting into pain and action into pressure. Love leads differently. Love says, you can move, but you do not have to run. Love says, you can want, but you do not have to beg. Love says, you can ask, but you do not have to force. Love says, you can trust that the way is being made, so choose love's way now. Breathe into the feet. Feel the support beneath you. Let your body learn that the next step is enough. You do not have to reach into tomorrow and drag the whole answer back into today. Tomorrow has its own grace. Today has its own guidance. This moment has its own small doorway. Walk through this one, only this one. The next will appear. And if nothing feels clear yet, then the next step may be to be still. Stillness is not always delay. Sometimes stillness is the doorway. Sometimes the most guided thing you can do is stop adding noise. Stop chasing a sign. Stop asking the same question. Stop touching the seed. Stop pulling on the curtain. Stop forcing the door. Let the answer come to a calmer heart. A calm heart can hear better. A calm body can receive better. A calm mind can notice what fear missed. So if today all you can do is breathe and say, I release the how, that is enough. If all you can do is unclench your hands and say, I release the when, that is enough. If all you can do is place your desire in the hands of life for 1 minute, that is enough. You are learning, you are softening, you are being guided. Now let us trust the good that has not appeared yet. Let us stop making the unseen feel like absence. Let us stop calling the empty space empty when it may be full of the first light of something new. For now, repeat this gently. I release the how, I release the when. I trust the way to appear. I take one peaceful step and life meets me there. There is good moving toward you that you cannot see yet. Let that sentence rest in your heart. Do not hurry past it. Do not let the mind argue too quickly. Just let the possibility open. There may be good forming in places your eyes have not reached. There may be answers growing in rooms you have not entered. There may be healing taking shape inside you before you can name it. There may be a blessing on its way that still looks like silence from where you are standing. Not everything real is visible at first. The sunrise begins before the whole sky is bright. At first, there is only a small change in the dark. A soft line, a quiet shift, a little light at the edge. If you judge too soon, you may say, nothing has changed, but the dawn has already begun. The sky knows it before your eyes fully see it. Your life can be the same. Before the sky changes, the light has already begun. Before the answer appears, peace may begin. Before the door opens, courage may begin. Before the money comes, worthiness may begin. Before love arrives, self-love may begin. Before the outer change, the inner shift may begin. And the inner shift matters, my dear. It is not small. It is not meaningless. It is the first light. Breathe into the space above your heart, the soft area near your collarbones. Feel the air entering there. Feel the gentle rise and fall. This place often tightens when you are waiting for proof. Let it open a little. Let the breath touch the upper chest like morning light touching a window. You do not need proof to choose peace. This may feel strange to the mind. The mind says, give me proof first, then I will relax. But the soul knows another way. The soul says, relax first, and you will be able to see proof more clearly. Fear looks at life and finds danger. Peace looks at life and notices guidance. The eyes are the same, but the state inside is different. Doubt says, there is no proof. Trust says, peace is proof that I am aligned. Let trust speak. Say softly, my good is already on its way. I trust what I cannot see yet. I am safe in the space before the answer. These are not empty words. They are gentle instructions to the heart. They tell the body, you do not need to panic just because the full picture is not here. They tell the mind, you do not need to call silence a failure. They tell the spirit, stay open, something is forming. Even before I see it, I can trust. Even before I touch it, I can trust. Even before I understand it, I can trust. Even before I know the timing, I can trust. Even before the door opens, I can prepare my heart to receive. This is not blind hope. It is a choice to stop letting fear decide the meaning of every quiet moment. It is a choice to say, maybe I do not know enough yet to call this wrong. It's a choice to leave space for grace. Soon, light, faith, still. Let those words be small lamps inside you. The mind may ask, but what if nothing is coming? Answer gently, something is always moving, even if I cannot see it yet. The mind may ask, what if I am foolish to trust? Answer gently, it is not foolish to give my body peace. The mind may ask, what if I get disappointed? Answer gently, then I will still be held, still guided, still loved, and still able to begin again. Trust does not mean you will never feel fear. It means fear is no longer the only voice you follow. There is a deep strength in trusting the good you cannot see. It changes the way you wait. It changes the way you speak. It changes the way you breathe. It changes the way you enter a room. It changes the way you treat yourself when the answer has not arrived. You stop punishing yourself for the space between asking and receiving. You stop saying, I must not be worthy. You stop saying, it will never happen. You stop saying, life always leaves me out. You begin saying, my good may be closer than I think. You begin saying, the universe may be arranging something kind. You begin saying, I can be at peace before I see the result. You begin saying, I am willing to believe that life loves me. That willingness is powerful. It is like the first light before dawn, small but real, quiet but strong. The world may not look different yet, but you are different when you choose trust. Your body is different. Your breath is different. Your energy is different. Your words are different. And because you are different, the way you meet life becomes different. My dear, so much of suffering comes from deciding that the unseen is empty. A quiet season does not mean life is empty. A delay does not mean love is absent. A closed door does not mean no door exists. A lack of proof today does not mean proof will never come. You have lived through days before when you did not know how things would work out, and still, somehow, you arrived here. You have breathed through confusion before. You have survived unanswered questions before. You have found strength you did not know you had. You have been guided in ways you only understood later. So let your own life remind you, you have been held before. You can be held now. You have seen light return before. Light can return again. Hold faith for 5 soft breaths. 1 breath for the body, 1 breath for the heart, 1 breath for the mind, 1 breath for the desire, 1 breath for the unseen good. Let those 5 breaths become a small act of trust. You do not have to solve anything during them. You do not have to see anything. You do not have to feel perfect faith. You only have to breathe and allow the idea that good is still possible. Good is still possible. Say it again. Good is still possible. Let it be simple. Simple truth often reaches deeper than complicated words. When you trust the good why you cannot see, you become less desperate for signs. Signs may still come, but you do not need to chase them. You do not need to turn every number, every message, every delay, every silence, every small event into a test of whether the universe loves you. The universe does not need to pass a test every day. Life loves you in quieter ways too. In the breath, in the ground, in the body's ability to heal, in the small pull toward hope, in the moment you choose not to speak cruelly to yourself, in the new thought that says, maybe I can trust. These are signs too, gentle ones, near ones, real ones. You may be looking for a great sign outside yourself, while the first sign is happening inside you. The first sign may be that your chest is not as tight as before. The first sign may be that you did not react from fear this time. The first sign may be that you rested instead of chasing. The first sign may be that you believed in your own worth for one more minute. Do not overlook these signs. They are the first light. They are proof that you are becoming ready. And as you become ready, you become more open to the blessing itself. Now we become the kind of energy that can receive. This does not mean pretending. It does not mean acting as if you never doubt. It means choosing again and again to return to the feeling of trust. It means speaking to yourself in a way that opens doors inside you instead of closing them. It means letting hope be gentle, not desperate. Desperate hope says, please happen, or I cannot be okay. Gentle hope says, I welcome this, and I trust life to hold me either way. Desperate hope grips. Gentle hope opens. Desperate hope burns the body. Gentle hope warms the heart. Choose gentle hope. It is kinder. It is stronger. It is easier to carry. My good is already on its way. I trust what I cannot see yet. I allow the first light to rise in my life. Let this be your inner morning. Let the dark places inside you begin to soften. Let the small line of light appear. Let yourself believe that even if the whole sky is not bright yet, something sacred may already have started. You do not have to see the whole manifestation to trust the beginning. You do not have to hold the blessing to become ready for it. You do not have to know the day to live in peace today. Your good is not lost in the unseen. It is forming. It is moving. It is finding the right way. And you, my dear, are learning to wait with an open heart instead of a wounded one. This is a beautiful change. Stay with it, trust it. Let the dawn come in its own way. You do not have to chase the manifestation, my dear. you become ready to receive it. This is not about becoming perfect. It is not about forcing yourself to be happy every moment. It is not about pretending you never worry. It is about becoming more aligned with the good you desire. It is about letting your inner world become a welcoming place for the blessing. A peaceful heart becomes a magnet for peaceful outcomes. A worthy heart becomes open to worthy love. A trusting heart becomes ready for divine timing. An open heart becomes a place where good can land. Place one hand over your chest and feel the soft rise and fall beneath it. Inhale gently. Exhale slowly. Do not rush the breath. Let the body become calm enough to receive. Let the chest know it does not have to push life away. Let the heart know it does not have to chase love, money, healing, or peace as if they are running from you. The more you let go of control, the more your energy becomes clear. And clear energy is powerful. When your energy is filled with panic, you may speak one thing but send out another. Your words may say, "I trust," while your body says, "I am terrified." Your mouth may say, "I am open," while your actions say, "I must force this now." There is no shame in this. It simply means your heart needs comfort before it can receive. So do not fight yourself. Align yourself softly, lovingly, daily. To become a match for the manifestation means to live as someone who is safe to receive. It means you stop treating your desire like something outside you that must be hunted down. You begin treating it like something that can meet you through peace, worthiness, openness, and trust. Old belief says, "I must chase it to keep it." Inner power says, "What is mine is drawn to my peace." Let inner power rise. You are not powerless. You are not waiting helplessly for life to choose whether to be kind. Your thoughts matter. Your words matter. Your energy matters. Your ability to return to peace matters. Your willingness to receive matters. Your self-love matters. But none of these need to become pressure. Do not turn alignment into another form of control. Do not say, "I must think perfectly or I will ruin everything." That is fear again. Alignment is not perfection. Alignment is return. You worry, then return. You doubt, then return. You grip, then return. You forget, then return. You breathe, soften, and come back to the truth. Aligned. Ready, magnetic, receive. This is where manifestation becomes gentle. You stop trying to become a match through force. You stop attacking yourself for every low feeling. You stop acting as if one bad day can destroy the good that belongs to you. You begin to understand that your deeper pattern matters more than one passing mood. A passing fear is not your identity. A passing doubt is not your destiny. A hard morning is not the end of your manifestation. Return to love. That is the practice. Say softly, "I am a match for the good I desire." I receive without fear. I allow without chasing. Let these words settle into the heart. They are not commands. They are reminders. They remind you of the self you are becoming, a self who can want without panic, a self who can receive without guilt, a self who can wait without self-attack, a self who can take action without force, a self who can rest without shame. Repeat one receiving affirmation for 2 minutes. Choose one simple line. I am open to receive. Or, my good is safe with me. Or, I allow life to bless me. Or, what is meant for me can find me. Let the line be easy. Let it feel like something your body can slowly accept. Say it softly, not as a demand to the universe, but as a loving message to yourself. Your subconscious mind learns by repetition. Your body learns by repetition. Your heart learns by repetition. If the old story has been repeated for years, give the new story patience. Do not expect the old fear to disappear after one gentle sentence. Keep planting, keep watering, keep returning. You attract not only through what you say, but through what you keep becoming. If you desire love, become loving toward yourself now. If you desire peace, stop making war with your own mind now. If you desire abundance, begin blessing what you have now. If you desire support, stop telling yourself you must do everything alone now. If you desire healing, stop speaking to the wounded parts of you with harshness now. This is not blame, this is power. It means you can begin today. You do not have to wait for the outside world to change before you become the energy of the thing you desire. You can practice the feeling now in small ways. You can speak with more kindness now. You can create a little order now. You can receive a little help now. You can choose a little rest now. You can bless a little money now. You can open to a little love now. The manifestation often comes through the doorway you become. If the doorway is fear, the blessing may feel unsafe. If the doorway is worthiness, the blessing can enter more peacefully. If the doorway is control, the blessing may feel like something to manage. If the doorway is trust, the blessing can feel like something to enjoy. So become a doorway of trust. Become a room of peace. Become a magnet for good by no longer fighting your own heart. You do not attract from panic. You attract from peace. Panic pulls, peace allows. Panic demands, peace welcomes. Panic fears loss. Peace trusts truth. Panic says, I must get it now. Peace says, what is mine is safe in divine order. When you live from peace, you see more clearly. You make better choices. You hear guidance more easily. You stop reaching for things that do not honor you. You stop calling every closed door a failure. You stop running toward what your body knows is not safe. You stop shrinking when good appears. This is alignment in real life, not just words, not just wishes, a new way of being. My dear, becoming a match also means becoming honest about what does not match anymore. If you desire peace, some old habits may need to fall away. If you desire love, some old self-rejection may need to soften. If you desire abundance, some old fear around receiving may need to be healed. If you desire freedom, some old need for approval may need to loosen. The universe may not only bring you what you want, it may also show you what is blocking your ability to receive it. This is not bad. This is grace. When a pattern comes to the surface, it is not coming to punish you. It is coming to be released. So if you notice jealousy, bless it and ask what it needs. If you notice fear, comfort it and ask what it is trying to protect. If you notice doubt, listen gently and then choose a kinder thought. If you notice control, place a hand on your heart and say, I am safe to release this. Every trigger can become a doorway back to alignment, not because pain is good, but because awareness gives you choice, and choice is power. The manifestation you desire is not just about the outer thing. It is also about who you become as you open to it. The money is not only money. It may teach you safety and trust. The love is not only love. It may teach you worthiness and openness. The healing is not only healing. It may teach you gentleness and self-acceptance. The new beginning is not only a new beginning. It may teach you courage. So do not hate the process. The process is shaping your ability to receive. Now we close by placing everything into loving hands. But before we move into the final surrender, let your heart hear this. You are already changing. Every time you choose peace over panic, you are changing. Every time you soften instead of gripping, you are changing. Every time you speak to yourself with love, you are changing. Every time you trust the unseen, you are changing. And as you change, your life must respond. Maybe slowly, maybe quietly, maybe in small ways first, but it responds. Because life is not separate from your energy. The world you meet is shaped by the state you bring to it. When you bring fear, everything looks like a threat. When you bring trust, even uncertainty can become a path. When you bring self-love, you stop accepting what keeps breaking your heart. When you bring openness, you begin to notice doors you once walked past. This is why your inner work matters. It is not invisible to life. It is not wasted. It is not small. It is the place where the outer shift begins. Say softly, I am a match for the good I desire. I receive without fear. I allow without chasing. I return to peace again and again. Let the chest rise. Let the chest fall. Let the heart become steady. You are not chasing now. You are becoming. And what is truly meant for you can recognize the peace you are becoming. Now, my dear, place the desire in loving hands. Not because it does not matter, because it matters too much to be held in fear. Whatever you have been carrying, whatever you have been hoping for, whatever answer you have been waiting to see, whatever door you have been trying to open, bring it gently into your heart now. Do not hold it like a problem. Hold it like a prey. Hold it like something sacred. Hold it like something you are willing to bless and release into a wiser care. Take one slow breath. Place one hand over your heart. Let your whole body feel held. You have pushed enough. You have worried enough. You have turned the question over in your mind enough. You have tried to force the timing enough. You have checked the door enough. You have stood guard long enough. Now let life hold it with you. Release, trust, receive. These are the 3 final breaths. On the first breath, release the grip. On the second breath, trust the unseen. On the third breath, receive peace now. You do not have to wait for the outcome before you receive peace. Peace is not the prize at the end. Peace is the path that carries you there. Peace is what lets you recognize the blessing when it comes. Peace is what keeps you from turning good into fear. Peace is what tells the body, we are safe even here, even now. Imagine your life like a boat resting on calm water. You are no longer fighting every wave. You are no longer trying to control the wind. You are no longer leaning over the edge, demanding to know how deep the water is. You are seated. You are breathing. You are anchored in trust. The water moves, but you are held. The wind changes, but you are guided. The path is open, even when the full shore is not yet visible. Control says, hold on one more time. Grace says, it is safe to let life hold this now. Let grace speak louder. Let it speak to the tight places. Let it speak to the tired mind. Let it speak to the part of you that thinks surrender means loss. Surrender is not loss. Surrender is placing the burden where love can reach it. Surrender is saying, I have done what I can from fear, and now I choose to let love lead. Surrender is taking your hands off the throat of the desire so it can breathe, grow, move, and come in the right way. I place this desire in love. I place this timing in love. I place this outcome in love. I place my heart in love. I place my future in love. You are not throwing anything away. You are not giving up on your good. You are giving up the belief that panic is needed to bring it. You are giving up the idea that control is stronger than trust. You are giving up the old habit of hurting yourself while waiting for life to answer. That is a holy release. Before we close, let your heart hear this clearly. What is meant for you does not need to be hunted down by your fear. What is meant for you does not require you to abandon your peace. What is meant for you will not ask you to become small, tense, or unkind to yourself. What is meant for you will meet the truth of who you are becoming, and what is not meant for you can leave without destroying you. that is trust too. Sometimes the universe manifests what you asked for. Sometimes it manifests the healing that makes you no longer want what once hurt you. Sometimes it brings the person in the door, the money, the change, the answer. Sometimes it brings a deeper freedom first. Sometimes it clears the old road before showing the new one. Do not be afraid of how love works. Love knows what to keep. Love knows what to remove. Love knows what to delay. Love knows what to bring. Love knows what your soul is ready to receive. So let go of control, not with anger, not with fear, with blessing. Bless the desire. Bless the waiting. Bless the path. Bless the unknown. Bless the version of you who tried so hard to hold everything together. Bless the tired heart that kept believing even when it hurt. Bless the body that carried the stress. Bless the mind that only wanted to protect you. And now, gently, give yourself permission to live another way. Say, I let go of control. I trust the universe to move for me. I receive what is meant for me in perfect peace. Let the words move slowly. Let them sink into the body. Let them become a soft promise. This final release is not an ending. It is an opening. It is the moment the hands unclench. It is the moment the heart stops standing guard. It is the moment the mind stops trying to do the work of divine timing. It is the moment the soul whispers, I am ready to be led. There is great power in that readiness. Not loud power, quiet power. The power of a person who no longer needs to force love. The power of a heart that no longer believes struggle is the only way. The power of a soul that has learned to say yes to good without chasing it. The power of someone who can bless the unknown and still sleep. This is where receiving becomes natural. Because now the body is not fighting. The heart is not closing. The mind is not blocking every new path with old fear. The hands are open. The breath is softer. The inner door is unlocked, and life can enter. Maybe the answer comes soon. Maybe it comes slowly. Maybe it comes in a form you recognize right away. Maybe it comes in a form you only understand later. Your job is not to demand that it arrive according to fear's schedule. Your job is to stay open enough to recognize love in whatever form it takes. It is safe. It is safe to trust. It is safe to receive. It is safe to be guided. If the mind asks again, but how will it happen? Answer, the way will appear. If the mind asks, when will it happen? Answer, in the right time. If the mind asks, what if it never comes? Answer, then life will still guide me to my highest good. If the mind asks, "What if I am forgotten?" answer, "I am held in ways I cannot always see." You do not need to fight every question. Some questions need comfort, not answers. Some fears need a hand on the heart. Some worries need a breath. Some thoughts need to be blessed and released. Now speak this as if your soul already knows it is true. I am guided. I am supported. I am open. I am ready to receive. Let these words become the calm water under your boat. Let them hold you. Let them car. You. Let them remind you that you do not need to control the waves to be safe. My dear, the universe does not forget an open heart. It does not overlook the prayer spoken in honesty. It does not ignore the quiet moment when you choose trust over panic. Every time you soften, something changes. Every time you release fear, space opens. Every time you stop chasing, your energy returns to you. Every time your energy returns to you, you become stronger, clearer, and more able to receive. This is the gift of surrender. You stop losing yourself in the desire. You come back to yourself. And from that place, the desire can meet you in a healthier way. So breathe again. Release what your hands cannot fix. Trust what your eyes cannot see. Receive the peace that is already here. The universe can manifest through a rested heart. The universe can move through open hands. The universe can work through divine timing, quiet guidance, and gentle redirection. The universe can bring what is meant for you without requiring you to become exhausted first. Let this truth become your new way. I do not chase what belongs to me. I do not force what is meant for me. I do not fear the timing of my life. I open, I trust, I receive. And if this reached your heart, write as your own affirmation, I release control and I am ready to receive. Let that be your line in the sand. Let that be the moment you choose a softer path. Let that be the promise you make to your own soul. As you come to the end of this message, let the heart stay soft. Do not rush back into the old grip. Do not pick up the heavy coat again. Do not close the window you have just opened. Let this peace remain with you for a little while. Let the body remember what it feels like to stop fighting life. Let the hands remember what it feels like to open. Let the breath remember what it feels like to be trusted. You began with the desire to let go of control. And now, gently, you can see that letting go is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is not losing power. It is returning to true power. It is not giving up on your dream. It is giving your dream room to breathe. Control made you tired. Trust brings you home. Control made the future feel heavy. Trust makes this moment softer. Control said, do everything alone. Trust says, life is with me. This is the shift. This is the healing. This is the new path. From now on, when the mind starts to grip, return to the body. Drop the shoulders, soften the jaw, open the hands. Take one breath before reacting. Ask for the next peaceful step. Trust the unseen. Let the timing be held by something wiser than fear. You do not have to understand everything today. You do not have to solve everything tonight. You do not have to know how the universe will bring your good. You only have to become willing to stop blocking it with panic. The good that belongs to you is not afraid of your peace. It is drawn to it. The love that belongs to you is not kept alive by you, absorb fear. It is welcomed by your openness. The abundance that belongs to you does not need your worry to find you. It can enter through worthiness, gratitude, and trust. The healing that belongs to you does not require force. It can begin in softness. So let this be your practice. When you feel tight, soften. When you feel afraid, breathe. When you want to chase, return. When you want to force, open. When you want to control, trust. Simple steps, gentle steps, powerful steps. You are learning to live in partnership with life. You do your part, and you let the universe do its part. You take the next honest step, and you release the whole staircase. You speak the prayer, and you stop digging up the seed. You open your hands, and you allow the blessing to come in the way that is right. This is how the universe manifests through you and for you. Not through panic, not through pressure, not through fear, through peace, through trust, through an open heart. Take one final breath and say within yourself, I let go of control. I trust the universe to move for me. I receive what is meant for me in perfect peace. And now let it be. Let the desire be blessed. Let the timing be blessed. Let the unknown be blessed. Let your heart be blessed. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are being guided in ways seen and unseen. Your good knows the way to you. Your life knows how to unfold. Your soul knows how to receive. Rest in that. Trust in that. Live from that. It is done.